Hey, and welcome to another edition of the Most Motion Show. My name's Sarah Pitts. I'm an injury prevention specialist and I am working to create an opportunity for sporting injuries to be a thing of the past. So today's question that we're answering is from Lucy, and she wants to know, how can I improve my bike position? So Lucy is a triathlete and she spends a long time on her bike because she does Ironman distance triathlon. So she wants to know how she can improve her bike position. She's getting a little bit of back pain on the bike, and I want to show you a really simple exercise to help unwind the tightness that's causing that back pain and improve your bike position. So one of the biggest things that stops you getting a lengthened spine on the bike particularly is tight adductors. And this really simple movement, I mean, you can do it sitting on the sofa if you can. If not, you can do it sitting on the floor. So if I just shuffle back a little bit, I've heard this position called a Cossack position. I've heard it called a 90-90 position. Basically, you're bending both legs. One is facing behind you and the other is at 90 degrees in front of you. So if I turn sideways, you can see that in a different way. Okay? So from here, if you can't feel a stretch in this position, then we're just going to put one hand behind you or both hands. It's entirely up to you. I'm going to put one hand on my hip so you can see what it's doing. And if you want more of a stretch, you can either lean back onto your elbow or you can just lift your hip up in the air, okay? If you're struggling with the weight on your wrists, then I'd suggest doing this in front of the sofa and then putting your elbows on the seat of the sofa so you can do this without putting the weight in through your wrist, okay? So all I'm going to do is lift up, and the feeling of that stretch I'm looking for in the groin area through here, so particularly down the adductors through here. And the stretch should feel what I like to call comfortably uncomfortable. So it feels like it's stretching, but it's not horrible. Okay? So all I'm doing from here is moving my hips from side to side. It's not a huge movement, but I'm not trying to force my body to go anywhere it doesn't want to go. Okay, and I'm lengthening out the area in the groin, in the adductors, that creates the knees coming too close to the crossbar, which will round your pelvis and put too much strain on your back muscles, which will cause your low back pain. It will also reduce your performance because the tighter your adductors and the closer your knees go to the crossbar, then the less efficient your movement is, and therefore the less power you can put through the pedals. Okay, so I'm just going to go round and round in circles from here. Okay, so lengthening out the adductors like this stops that slumping position and allows you to lengthen out your spine a little bit more, which again will reduce the amount of back pain that you're getting, particularly on the bike. Now, as I swap positions, I'm just going to explain to you, it doesn't really matter the direction of your movement from here. Okay, so once I'm into a stretch position like this, I can feel this across here and down here like this. Once you're in that position, I can move my hips forwards and backwards. It really doesn't matter where you move to. The point is that you're asking that stretched muscle to move in different ways so that your brain can recognize the best way for you to let that go. Okay? Muscles have a spiral in them, natural spiral in them, and when they get too tight, that spiral gets very tight as well. And if we don't add movement to our stretches in lots of different directions, then we never figure out the best way to unwind that spiral, which is the only way to lengthen your muscles on a long-term basis. Okay? So simply by adding that little bit of movement to that very simple stretch, we're going to create longer adductors, better bike position, less back pain, and improved performance. So if you want more hip flexor, more adductor videos, then I would suggest you go to create a free Most Motion account. You'll find loads of videos in there that you can do, and it will all help with this particular issue. There's a link in the description, so go ahead and check that out. And if you're watching the replay, then come and join us at smartfolks.com. That's smart with 2 T's, folks.com. And you can join us live next Thursday at 1 p.m. UK time. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again soon.